out because I guess he's like, of course, I don't know anything, so I felt so bad because I'm like, God damn it, like I'm meeting someone cool and I don't have any context. But anyway, Kim was freaking out because like, yeah, we got to talk to him. She was like asking all these questions about so I think even like if you're not a marketer, if you're not a builder, there's also people there that are like trying to find other people that are doing DAOs right and like figure out like how do I replicate that in my community? How do I so that was also really cool because I didn't have a lot of context for DAO structures and I came away with like 3 books that I want to read.
I would also say everybody I met, had met one of us, whether it was Cheddar, Canessa, you, and they're like, "Damn, Decentraland's out there in force," and I'm like, "Well, we're passionate people."
I think that made a big difference too. Like just being yeah, like when we would rep the same, well, Yamel and I, like we were twinsies. We did not plan it, but we were both like in our Decentraland hoodie. Like
Yeah,
it
Mel was so easy to spot because every day he had something Decentraland. So I was like, oh, there's
oh,
your Mel.
me, I know, and I'm like, okay, is this Shilly? Is this like I'm so proud and I work Decentraland like
No,
every
not at
day of
all.
my life, but now is it Shilly to be like at a conference and you're like still repping? Should I get a life and touch more grass, or am I okay? Because everybody, like especially the women, and then like generally women, or I don't know, guys might too, but like we tend to compare ourselves to everybody else, and I'm like, I'm not wearing a fur coat, damn it. Like I don't have 3-inch long nails, damn it. And like I don't look like all these other, coinfluencers. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm wearing my Decentraland swag. Like this is me, like it or not. But you definitely felt a little bit of that too, of like uh there was a show. Like there people were putting on a show. Definitely. But I think it was
I
cool when we wore
I love when you walked up to me like you were gonna surprise me and be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey, Canessa," and you're like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "Hi." I'm like, what do you? I mean, you're wearing a Decentraland shirt. I hear you every
uh
day. I
yeah.
know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Kinda
I
didn't.
was so happy. But that really, everybody being there made a huge difference to me because I think that is one thing about Eat Denver that if you don't have one or two people in your life there, and we had a bunch, um, I really felt like if it was the most exciting because we had a crew, and we could always find our people. Eat Denver can be a lonely place. There have been a few years where, especially like if you roll in before the conference and it's builders building and you're not building, and you can't integrate there, it can be like, oh, well, I didn't find my people. You know what I mean? But having our people there, I think just really opened the door to meeting lots of people. I have a strange saying that says, one nun on a subway looks lost, but two nuns on a subway are going somewhere.
I
Uh,
think we should capitalize on that. I think we should get VIP seating at the rave club next year, and then we should get like custom orange freaking fur jackets made with something on the back about Decentraland, like not not dead yet, but or like something not like that, but like yeah,
No,
we're still here.
I ended up talking to this team. Their product is called Absinthe, and it's like they want to help communities rank like the people that are saying the most valuable things and in the community. Like it's supposed to be a way that you can like in your community like find out who the leaders are uh without all of the noise or whatever. It's like really interesting idea. um, but I said it was like, oh yeah, for Decentraland. They were like, whoa, like you're still doing shit. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, you should do a campaign that Decentraland's not dead. And I was like cracking up. I thought it was really funny. And I told Kim, and she was like, what? No, I'm not doing that. But I also thought like I'm like I don't know. I think the like 38 meme is really funny. I love how like the community just has like beat that to like to it's like twice dead now, and we just keep reviving it and then killing it and reviving it like it's it's a forever meme. But something like that I think would be so funny. Like if we got shirts made next year, that would be so fun.
I think like I don't know, like I'm a strong believer in like go big or go home when it comes to like freaking events like that. Like if I'm in my normal clothes, I feel very small, like a little mouse. But like if anybody has cosplayed, like I'm like I should just cosplay here. Like it's pretty much like if Eth Denver and a cosplay convention like had a baby,
Did you
this would
see
be
the
it.
guys that were cosplaying Squid Game?
Yes, yes. I
Yeah.
think we need to cosplay. I think if you has anybody cosplayed here, like where you fully go into character? Nobody?
I
I
mean,
just
I am a kid called Make.
Oh,
Every
no, no, no,
Friday.
no, no. IRL. Like it is so scary to like totally dress up and then go be with normies. But like you said, like if I did it by myself, that'd be weird. But like if you saw five people walking down the hall with like fucking, I don't know, like big orange fur coats that say Decentraland on the back, you'd be like, wait, what? Like, okay, that's kind of like corny, but what the heck? Like, why they like it? Like, why are they not like? Why are
the
they so goddamn
people
proud of their
the
metal?
people with the Squid Game outfits. Did you see that they were carrying around a briefcase? Did you
Yeah,
see
they were
this?
doing a contest, and
Ah,
they
okay.
go up and you could make a choice, and then like depending on how if you got it right or wrong. I think that was their instead of getting a booth, that's how they did it, which I think is
Okay.
way more dynamic than if they would have paid, I
Yeah, yeah,
don't know,
yeah.
100,000 to get a booth to like represent whatever sidechain off scaling solution they offered.
Right.
Not saying we walk right past those, but
No,
you got
I
something.
always gravitated I was gravitating towards all the game booths. Like Illuvium, Avagachi, like there are some people that you could just like go up and play their games, and I loved all of those. Those are my favorite.
I got the coolest sweater from Amagachi. I wore it last night. It was so great.
You
Damn.
got the sweater?
I
I
Oh,
got
got the sweater.
socks. Rip.
I got the sweater because I also during the one DJ gig that I had with Third Planet, one of the people who ran the booth also was working that booth, so I got the super price. Um, the other thing, it's just, damn, I had it. Hold on. Please hold. You threw me off with my dope ass sweater. I'm not gonna lie. That has been like my grail prize. By the way, shout out West in the building. That's one of the happiest people out there. I once skateboarded across New York to have a coffee with that man. He is so handsome. Um, you know what I would say? I mean, for one, Dana, thank you again for the help and inspiration to make the wearables for the event. I gave out a whack ton of the Eat Denver wearables to a lot of people who either stopped by, wrote on the timeline they're gonna come through, found their thing, and I think they met all of us. And they have a trinket now from our existence that lets them know, hey, if I want to go find my people, I can. um the I can't wait to talk to Lastrom, and I'd love to hear maybe Canessa, maybe you were at, because I think it was with the dolls and with Lastrom they did a pizza. It was either pizza Bitcoin or something in Decentraland. I think if I was gonna go get another something from Eat Denver, Pizza Dow, because they're always at every big conference. There's something I'm going to look at, and I think we could see them back in Decentraland.
I do not remember. I didn't. I don't know if that wasn't the Domino's pizza, but you'll have to talk to Lastrom, see what he says. I mean, I think a lot of projects are poised to come back to Decentraland or enter it for the first time. I think like at this current point, like we're still making it so that we have enough value to really offer them. Like we still need more, I call it like stickiness. We need more stuff to do so that when these activations do come back, that there's not just, like two things to show them. Like we gotta still, it's like the party we're getting ready, and damn, Zuckerberg sent those invitations out like 3 years ago, too early, but like I feel like we're getting close to having the party ready and then inviting the masses back. I see West came up to speak, but I'll just say, like, on that note, Rustan. Well, I'll wait. Rustan had some amazing before and after pictures, and I think as we start seeing those before and after pictures, or then and now, I don't know, it really hit home how much this place has changed. But we'll cover that another day. West, good morning, good afternoon. How are you?
What up? Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I just want to come up and say what's up. I heard my name, heard Meg say something, so I was like, I just got out of the shower, and I almost ate shit because I won't throw a towel away until it's like torn in fucking half. So I like put my leg like through the fucking towel, and then I did. It was bad. You guys would have loved it, I'm sure. But but anyways, getting ready to go get a haircut. Gonna go over to a buddy's house to go do like a grain cook. We're gonna make some whiskey today. So I'm gonna document a little bit of that later. It's gonna be a lot of fun and just hang out with a buddy, drink some whiskey, and yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday. Get on the Harley, go for a ride, and yeah, it's gonna
Don't
be a
drink
good
and
day.
drive, but I like you.
Yeah, I won't. I'll curl up on my buddy's garage floor and just it'll be nice for sure. That's usually what happens. But where all the whiskey is out there, he's got a beautiful. He's part of like a whiskey club, so he's got this garage just with this beautiful like kind of like galvanized like bar top tabletop that's got like tiers to it, and then a bunch of like probably hundreds of different bottles of whiskey. It's pretty cool, man. So I try to go easy and just little sips, little tiny sips. Pace myself because I know myself. And but yeah, I just wanted to come up. I hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday. Love each and every one of you, and enjoy the weekend, enjoy the day, enjoy the spaces, enjoy each other, and nothing but love, yo.
Well, next time we go across, New York City or somewhere, we're gonna party, buddy. We're overdue for a rager, good sir. So take the rager lightly on the motorcycle. Brandon Manis and you could do a cruise later. That's one of our fam faves with the hockey mask. Don't worry, he's very friendly. And yeah, come visit us for a party. Friday
I
nights
will.
are good ones. You know
I
where we'll be.
I love the saying you said earlier too. Like, what was it? One nun looks lost
What?
on the
I
subway.
swear to God,
Two.
that is a true story.
That is
I
somewhere.
lived in New York for 18 years. So I was sitting on a subway, and there's this nun. She looked fucking completely lost on the subway. She's like clutching the purse, kind of looking back and forth. I'm like, if there was another nun sitting next to her, they'd be going somewhere, you know? And I'm just one nun lost on a subway, looking for West.
I like the idea of wearing maybe like some jumpsuits or tracksuits or something, or everybody wearing something matching. I kind of like that. That'd be a lot of fun. At least one night out on the town where everybody's just rocking it, even like the same color suits, like just whatever it is. It would be a lot of fun just to rock the same exact outfit and just go out and have a good time. I think that like kind of creates some sort of like just fun in itself. You know what I mean? That kind of just sets the tone for the evening or the day or whatever. So I could definitely see myself having a good time. Definitely outfit matching and having a blast. So I was smiling and laughing when you guys mentioned that earlier. That'd be a lot of fun for sure.
Okay, I need to find a fur coat supplier, somebody that can get
Yeah.
us hooked up by next year, because that would be dope. Or I'll
40,
just hand sew.
40, 46th Street in Manhattan, you can find any fake faux fur you would ever need, girl.
Well, I guess I gotta go to Manhattan then. Oh, that'd be so fun. I love it. I'm glad it resonates with you, West. And be safe out there. Uh, Homemade whiskey. That's almost like homemade moonshine, but maybe slightly, slightly better. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Canessa, for sure. I hope you have a good day too. Nothing but love.
Thanks for being here, man.
I want to hear from Cheddar Queso so bad because Cheddar got to hear me twice in the dome and I got better. And I was definitely screaming, "Go, Cheddar, go!" I lost my voice for 2 days because I was trying to yell to the entire stadium. I did get punted though at like 5:30 in the morning. Some dev came up to me. He's like, "I need you to stop. I can't focus anymore." I was like, "You know what? It's probably time for me to go to bed anyway." I got home at 7 in the morning. My wife was pleased. Pants was a bit cross.
Yeah, there's I think also just thinking about like the builder side of that, like that whole event was pretty amazing. And yeah, I'd love to hear from Cheddar. Cheddar, we shouted you out. We shouted out Mary Jane. I think it was before you came in. But like that would be such a cool thing to have a little bit more premeditated like plans going into it, because you can go there and build something and compete against the other builders. I'm not a builder, but I can, well, no, I'm not a coder. I can build 3D stuff, but I can't, do the numbers behind it. But wouldn't that be dope to have some kind of project that we develop at ETH Denver that then goes into Decentraland? Like, um, I don't know what that would look like. I don't know what, the who's the what's, but like technology changes so fast. In a year from now, who knows what AI agents will be able to do? Because that was like, that AI agents got a lot of mention at ETH Denver, but it'd be really cool to do, kind of to follow like what Cheddar did and actually build something and be active and try to, yeah, try to put something together there. But I think we need smart. I think we need the coder people, because, you know, I think that, I think we're lacking the talent to actually do that.
I just use duct tape for everything. Duct tape solves so many problems.
How about there was like an AI dog, and like the reason I got my Raspberry Pi years ago is I was going to program a therapy dog and like 3D print like magnetic filament so it could be reactant like with the electrical current of your body, so when you pet it, it would initiate like a randomized reaction within the dog, and then the dog would do something based on like what I programmed. But and that might be a little complicated because I don't know anything about coding, and so um but like, what if there was something, a creature at ETH Denver, like a physical little creature, let's say a hamster, and then it also is in Decentraland, and like people could come up and like whatever you do, like you pet it or something in at ETH Denver, it like is moving around Decentraland.
I
Like,
mean, I think it should be a Maki. We do have a Mew here, which should be a Maki.
yeah, but hamsters are easier because all you have to do is like make a jelly bean and then put eyes on it, and they don't have to have like Maki's got a lot of like spinal column. But not to
Well,
say it can't
well,
happen.
if you make a maki all curled up into a little ball on the palm of your hand, then it could be a little bean.
In, I want a Maki.
Maybe we should put that out as a challenge of like what could Decentraland, the community, do for next ETH Denver that's building that would be like part of the build-a-thon. Because there was a grant. Let's just I now I have a better perspective. There was a grant for $250,000 for ETH Denver 3 years ago. And now that I was there and I realized that this group got $250,000,
The
I'm like,
party?
I don't know, or party or something else. I just, yeah, you can do a lot with that much money. And
Quarter
sadly, I look
million
back.
up the nose.
Yeah, I look back and sadly I voted in support, but now I'm like, checking their socials. There's no mention of it. It's like, dang, like that is sad to see. Like, yeah, the right people, it could, that kind of money could do something bigger, but like we should think about what it would take to do something like that. In my insanity this week trying to get this Mardi Gras build ready for tonight. Rustan has been helping me a lot, and then just hanging out in the CBD Discord where everybody's building, and it like Rustan and I and a few others talked about like how cool would it be to like we should host a build-a-thon where or like something along those lines where we're building something but like collectively and trying to help each other grow because we all have like questions. We are all we're advancing and some of us are solving problems completely different ways. um it's funny when I see somebody animating and I'm like, well, that's not how I do it, and then you're like, whoa, they've figured out a totally different way to do something. um I think we need that. I think that's like that should be something we do next. Thoughts? Anybody want to learn some shit?
I think we're not that far off. I think what's been going on in, with Rustam, with Lastrom, like I I feel like there's the most togetherness, the most building, you know, as a group that I've seen since we've been around lately. I think there's a new call to action to build stuff together and figure stuff out right now. And I think it could flourish going forward. Like grant or no grant, I think there's always room. And I think we're already on the way. I really do. I know we've all had a lot of pain points from where we were to where we are, but it feels like things are starting to smooth out, and hopefully we just continue to build on the line we are now. Like, I'm inspired as much as I have been to build now. Um, I feel, like rave mode almost feels like a distant past.
Yeah, until you go into the client one for pictures and VRM export, and then like, yeah, I did that last week, and it's like it hit me so fast. It's like, whoa, okay, okay, abort, get out of here. Yeah, it's good for reference just to know like how broke it really was.
How's everybody feeling about having their friends back? That's pretty great. If it really brings a smile on your face, or you can at people now and actually, as somebody who's spelling challenge, which I know you all know, um, it's so great to be able to at people.
I haven't even added. I haven't added. I don't think anybody yet, but I've added friends. I've accepted friend requests that I'm like, oh, this person hasn't been here for years. I think I had some pending friend requests. So apologies, friends.
I just added Vanessa.
Wait, you just added me? Oh,
Or
added. Okay. I was like,
added,
dude, we haven't been friends. Okay. There you go.
Yep, yep. As
I
far as
just
the
I
friends
was
list goes, go
yeah, no,
ahead.
I friended a crazy amount of people yesterday.
Yeah, as far as the friends list goes, like I guess it transferred over from the last client, but I still have like hundreds and hundreds of friend requests that I haven't accepted.
Yeah, that's when I saw like Mahaha's name on there, I was like, oh dang, it's been a while because I don't think I've seen Mahaha for like 2 years.
Yeah, I miss Mahaha. She used to be so supportive and be at every event.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's like, how do we bring back these friends for a visit? Like, even if it's not to hang out as much as they used to, like, how do we bring them back to visit?
I think like I don't know. I mean, the party I'm having tonight, I just shot a few people that I haven't seen for a while. An invite just said, "Hey, I'm like." super excited about this build. Stop by if you want. And so maybe it's just like I'm silly, but just asking like people you care about, people you haven't seen for a while, but maybe towards like fashion week. There's like I don't know, fashion week's exciting. It's kind of like for me, I think it's a bigger event than Music Fest. It'd be cool to they should do some kind of campaign like return to Decentraland or like I don't,
Welcome back tour. The
yeah,
welcome
welcome back
back
tour.
tour. It doesn't have to be worse than, back from the dead.
Yeah.
It's welcome back to a brand new place.
Oh my gosh. It's so hard not to be like, we should do a We're Not Dead tour, but like, we're not. I mean, we need to touch grass, but we're not dead.
I mean, for what it's worth, if you look at all the new stuff and the new funding or new people trying to get funding, there's something pretty amazing to say Decentraland has been here for as long as it has. And even if it's taken chapters, even if we're all a little wounded and worth the wear, there are plenty of other amazing things that existed and projects that had all the hopes and dreams that did not find a way to sustain itself. And I think a lot of people appreciated that at ETH Denver. The longevity in a business that promises a lot, gives back very little. Instead, we are still here finding ways to keep growing together, and it's not gone. I mean, Altspace it was free for a decade, but it definitely went away, and I miss it. Um, you know what I mean? So I think it's about the people, even the people who decided they helped the place grow and they needed to leave. At the end of the day, we're still here, and I think Eat Denver's such a great reminder of like how fresh people's ideas are, but what a standard we have created building on a platform that is still evolving.
Amen, make.
Anyway, my set's going to be less jazzy and more brass inspirational, Canessa. I'm working on it. I'm still looking to see that we got M3U links. Um, you know, just going to throw that out there for my own sanity.
All that jazz. I think we did. We got the link, and I just need to put it in the parcel and deploy it as soon as we're done here. I'll start testing. I gotta just like I texted or DM'd Ruston last night. I was like, I don't think I've ever been so proud of a build. So if it doesn't work tonight, guys, I'm just gonna climb under a rock. But if it does, like this, I'm like so freaking happy. So happy. And I couldn't do it without Ruston, KJ. Like you guys have been the rocks. Like um yeah, and I hope you like it.
I think that's a great idea. Let's start a proposal to give one district to Ruston and then another one to KJ, and we'll just start Utopia from the beginning.
I like it. I think between the people on this stage, I think we have enough land for a district. Like, forget that. They don't need to give us anything. We got it. Like, I think that's where the real change is going to come from. Just people that are like, you know, fuck it, just building. Like, building for the sake of just building cool shit. And yeah, see where it takes you.
Let's build.
And on that note, maybe we do want to keep this space shorter today. I know Sin's not feeling well, so yeah, we could cover any big topics, but otherwise, keep it short so we can go troubleshoot that stuff.
Yep, and let me know if you need my server just for you know, just so you don't have to close down the stream and have everyone refresh every time you have to switch performers.
I think the other thing, and I'm not advocating or not advocating because I know, Vanessa, your process and where we're at, but I think the one really useful tool, if we did do that, would be the access of running from one social media consistency so the energy can build off each other. That's that's really the tricky part with multiple people involved for anybody throwing parties, in DCL. And if you're all connected and you want somebody else to come in, when that person comes in with one server, then you have to restart the energy, right? But whatever. No matter how this goes, we're gonna do it together, and I'm just really grateful. As I've said before, Mew, thank you so much for pushing me forward and helping me find. I can't believe this all started at the Mew Fest. I want to hear from Cheddar Queso because I want. She's like the only person who got to see me live twice, once. Absolutely, I have. Listen, I don't have a lot of social anxiety. I have been on TV. I've been in front of crews of 50 people. That first set I did in the Eat Dome was the most nervous socially I have been since like a talent show in second grade. Um, I was literally shaking, and thank God for Crypto Minotaur, my absolute motherfucking rock, who was like, "Dude, just fucking do it, have fun." And I'm like, "I can't have fun; it's too dangerous." Um, but that last set I did, screaming Cheddar Queso's name from the absolute rooftops and dancing my ass off with Cheddar throwing her hands in the air was pretty much the like top five most exciting things in my life.
Hey, what's up? Can you guys hear me?
Let's go, Cheddar Queso! I'm gonna start screaming again.
What's up?
I said I was gonna start screaming your name again.
I love you, brother. I really want to say thank you for staying with us. That was, I think we got there like around 5, and we were like, oh, we'll be here for like a little while. It's not gonna be long. And of course, it turned into an all-nighter, and we didn't leave until around 8:30 the next morning to go pitch at the Sozu House demo day, which was at a different location. And then when we were done pitching there, we came back to the Biddle Hub. I think maybe it was around like 11:30 or noon to pitch for the main hackathon. And then once we pitched, we didn't really think there were so many people that we didn't think we were going to get anything. So we left. And I went back to the hostel, and then I got an email saying that we had made top 10. So to like shoot down the stairs and run back to the venue and be back there like around 2 or 3 in the afternoon for the main stage pitch, um, which I got to do, and that was really fun. But the whole night that we were there was a DJ, and at some point in the night, the DJ just stopped playing and left, and that was really bad because the bodega was closed, right? So there was there was like a pot of coffee that they had left out, and that's all we had to get us all night was just this giant thing of coffee and like our sheer unadulterated will. And for me, the background music, like with it being quiet, right, you just kind of start to doze off. So the music really was like, something that like every couple of minutes or so, right, I could just like sort of, get energized to. And so I really appreciate you for playing. It was really insane because I'm sitting there, you're zoned out on whatever it is that you're doing. And then all of a sudden, the music is going in the background and you're not really paying attention. And all of a sudden the music shuts off and all you hear is Make scream to the top of his lungs from the little igloo thing where the DJ booth was at. And you just hear somebody go, keep coding. keep going, don't give up. And it really just kind of, it really, it kind of takes your adrenaline and it just energizes you. I think that it was really a use case for how like energy is transferable, right? Or how you can really feed off of others' energy. Because I think that's exactly what we did. And it sucked. Like once, I don't know why that person came and told you to turn the music off, but if I would have known that, I would have been like, fuck no, you let that motherfucker keep playing until he dies. Like, just let him pass out up there. Because I had a speaker, and like when you got off, I put my speaker on the table and we were listening to Tupac. So I wish they would come yelled at me or something. But yeah, we had to have something going to keep us awake. So appreciate that. Thank you. I'm over here. I'm sorry I didn't come up before, but I'm stuck doing homework because I've neglected my studies while I was at ETH Denver for a week and a half. And luckily, I'm on spring break right now. I don't go back to school until Tuesday. So I'm hammering away at more code, which is great. But thank you, Make. I really just want to say I appreciate you playing that set. It really helped us out. Thank you.
Well, it was pretty much like my dream set. I literally, when I found out they were doing the all night, I was on my way to Pudgy Penguins, and I live in Boulder County, and so I called I called my wife. I'm like, "Hey, I'm driving."
Are we losing Make?
I
Yeah, I
lost
lost
Meg.
them. Yep, me too.
Make, come back, come back. Maybe he'll drop back down and come back.
Yes, maybe. Hopefully you can hear us.
So, Cheddar, were the late nights, was that like a few nights or was that pretty regular that you were there like all night?
Nah, that's pretty regular. You don't sleep at a hacker house. You just sleep as like many hours as your body needs.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Anyway, so I found out I think at like 9:30 at night, almost 10, that they were gonna do the all night thing at the dome for the builders. And I called Pants, who we've talked to this morning, and I said, "Listen, I'm driving home in almost 40 minutes. I'm coming back to get my headphones and my USB, and I'm gonna wait for the opportunity to try to get in the dome again." Because that thing was like the coolest thing ever, like CDJs and like playing. What an experience! So I drove home as fast as I could, and then when I got there, there was someone on a bender, like a tech bender, tech house. So I cleaned the dome and I cleaned all the tables around so that I might get a chance to get back on. And that was one of the most fun things I've ever done, honestly. And you being there, like, helped me have the courage to do it. Um, and it was so awesome, and I got to play for 2 hours. I mean, at that point, when that guy walked up to me all shook, he was so passionately upset, that it totally was like, okay, it's time to go,
Yeah,
But
devs were like past the breaking point at that. I don't think that
yeah,
you were like the
he was
source of like
like,
yeah.
he was like to the point of like, I think whatever he was doing, it was not happening for him,
Yeah,
and
it's
it was
5 o'clock in the
5:30 in the
morning. Yeah.
morning. Yeah. And so he was so freaked out. He came up to me so panicked that I was like, okay, my work
Yeah.
here is done. But I think my favorite part of all of it, besides screaming at you, was literally like when it was about 5:15 in the morning. I played Eleanor Rigby, All the Lonely People, and this little Japanese couple got out of there and were dancing on the chairs. And and then when I turned it off, people were clapping, and we walked away with our head held high, and it was so special. I mean, I will remember that honestly, Cheddar, probably for the rest of my life.
Me too. That was an awesome vibe, and you did really good. And I noticed that the Asian couple that they were also coding and all night, and the girl was enjoying. She was falling asleep. Like everyone, it was like the military. It was like boot camp. Like you just can't take no more. You're falling asleep on your chair. You're about to plop over. There's beanbags all over the place. I was laying in a beanbag. I had given up on the whole chair thing, and then just like took my computer off the table and laid on a beanbag for the last few hours because your back can't take it anymore. And like, that's just the environment. And yeah, I think the dev finally just like like blew off a gasket, and I think you just fell victim to that. Because I mean, at that point, people are like cracking under the pressure, and you've got a couple of hours left to turn in, and if you don't submit, then that's it. That's your whole trip. That's the only reason why you're there. If you're still there at 5:30 in the morning trying to finish something up so that you can make it. And there's so many other projects and so many other people that it's just so easy to go unnoticed. I didn't even notice that there was another cannabis project in the same track. We made top 10, and I was like, top 10 out of how many with my competitive app? So I was like, I want to know like how many were there, what other projects, who did we beat, like how did we even place like in the top 10 amongst these people? I realized there was another cannabis project there that was like a game, and it had to do with plants and horticultural as well, right? But they chose ours, and so it really is like an experience. And I think that this is my third ETH Denver, first time as a builder actually participating in the buildathon. And what always does it for me is the vibes. Like, I'm really glad that you guys got to meet Oops, because I met him my first ETH Denver, and he's just really representative of like what it is when you go there. It's all the good vibes, and it's all productive, and you see that everyone is up to something, no matter who you are. Like, even if you're not a coder, like I know you said, Canessa, we need the coder people, and I think that like even if you're not, even if you don't code at all, um you still have a whole lot to contribute, especially the marketers and the community people. Like Oops is a community person, right? You saw him with his Pikachu outfit running around giving po-ops and stuff like that. He's just nothing to do with coding, right? But it's that kind of like sort of like a bonding, like a stickiness where everybody just feeds off of each other. um and it's just really good vibe. So yeah, I would love to see more of Decentraland at ETH Denver. I would love to see like a Decentraland booth where people are able to just like grab a keyboard or a controller or whatever and just like experience, like on a screen, what it's like. To the aesthetics of Decentraland are so beautiful, and there's so many beautiful buildings and art and things that we can showcase, that even if it's just to give people like a visual of what Decentraland looks like, of what it looks like to be running around in world and experience some of these beautiful builds. I mean, I know that a lot of them are still in SDK 6, and even some of these great ones are not mobile, but we do have a lot of like great stuff that is in there already, like Rustan's build. And like when they showed me around the Angzar, where you like there's all these like hundreds and hundreds of 3D object elements that you can like pick up and run around and put together. I mean, even that, it was so simple, but it was still fun. Like that thing that Rustan did where he built a house and you just like running around kicking shit everywhere and just making a mess of everything and not really. I think that even that, just to have like a visual of that would be cool, to have at ETH Denver, just to give people like a little window into what's possible. I think that we already have a whole lot that we can showcase.
I love that, Cheddar. That is just so inspiring, just thinking about like what it would look like. And I could just imagine, I mean, if I could sit at a table with like the Decentraland peeps and build for days on end, like that would be so cool. I think that'd be, yeah, that like, rather than getting, a booth for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, like be right in there where the builders are. Or like, as you're talking, wouldn't it be a cool opportunity for Decentraland to sponsor like that late night shift? Like bring in, like, set up a table with the coffees, like hire a massage therapist from 2 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the morning, like, or one of those like little vibratory massagers, like go over there, or like have somebody with a roaming teapot come around, hey, can I get you, do you guys want coffee? Can I get you a croissant? Do you want this? Do you want that? Like in in Argentina,
69, 69.
like in Argentina, Fancy and I were with the illustrious KJ Walker and some other really talented friends, and like, what can I do? I can't help much. And KJ and Fran are just like coding, and they're deep in it, and I'm like, okay, I will supply sustenance. Like, do you guys want pizza? I'm gonna go acquire pizza. Do you want something to drink? I'm gonna go get a drink. So like that, I just made that my job, because that was like the one way I could contribute. It's like, feed the people. Maybe maybe it's the mom in me that it's like, all right, you guys need food, but that would be so cool to, I don't know, like I would be like, who the hell are these Decentraland people that want to feed me and make sure my project is going well? Like, I don't know if that'd be cool. I definitely want to think more about the Biddle side. Like, that was a cool event. Everything else was really awesome too, but
Yeah, I think it would
yeah.
have been like 100% more useful if Decentraland would have like, just sponsored a bounty, even a small bounty, and just had one of those little tables. You see how like in the middle floor there was like these little cocktail tables, right? Where any builder could just go over there and just talk to somebody about building, on that tech and using that tech. And yeah, I was thinking along the lines of a booth to like show all of those people like how pretty it is. But yeah, you're even taking it a step further, right? And just throw the biddle floor is there for like so many days, right? There's so many people that go through there. It has more longevity. And yeah, and then you have people that are like building on your stuff. So things end up coming about that you didn't even realize. Like nobody there thought that I was going to go and build some cannabis cultivation assistant, right? Like the stuff that developers come up with is stuff that you in your wildest dreams didn't even think that you could do with your own technology, right? And then you're like, look at these guys, look at what they chose to do. There's this group called Pollination Station, and they dressed up like little bees and they presented, right? And so you're just like, these devs are insane, they're nuts, they're crazy, and they're gonna take your platform and do things with it that you didn't even think possible. So I think that would have been really fruitful and inexpensive. And I think that I don't know if it's ready yet or if it's not, but I think that maybe throwing folks in there to build might help, with the further developing it and making it ready, like to help break it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that would be really useful, to have that, that presence on the biddle floor, because especially this year with the AI agents, because there were so many like projects that were focused on AI agents, but they were all chat boxes. They were all two-dimensional chat interfaces that, although they were prettier, they were no different than ChatGPT or Claude or anything else. They just had these specialized uses. And I think that what was able to set us apart is that, and we did it in Hyperfy because, it's just, we only had like 5 hours and it was a lot faster and a lot easier. And you can showcase it on your phone, and you can also just set it to a link, and without having to download any kind of software or specialized hardware, we could show off, Mary Jane inside of a virtual world. But I think that that's what set us apart from other AI agents, is that our AI agent had an avatar that you could walk up to. And when you walked up to her, she had hand gestures where she was like, hello, come over here. And she would wave you down and you'd walk up to her. And whenever you say, hey, MJ, and she'd speak back to you through the ELIZA framework inside of Hyperfy, inside of her virtual classroom, she would have like these little hand gestures that, you would know that you're having this more immersed interaction with your AI agent than anything else. So I think that virtual worlds are and 3D spaces are the future. Like when you go to the IKEA website or the Best Buy website or the Walmart website, you're not going to be scrolling through like a two-dimensional page. You're going to be entering a virtual space, just like if you were walking into the store. And I think that's where we're headed, and I think the metaverse is going to be able to provide that. Engines like Nifty Island and Decentraland and Hyperfi and OnCyber and Spatial and Crypto Voxels, which we just did a field trip to during the WIP show this Thursday, and that was what was able to set us aside. So I think there's a lot of room for Decentraland at ETH Denver for sure.
I'm gonna jump back in and just say the other thing we have is dope ass DJs. I am still learning in this process, but I was trying to channel my inner Steve side. Like I was literally thinking when I got up there, what would Steve side do with these CDJs that I'm definitely not gonna do right now? But I was thinking about his Instagram, particularly when he's out there spinning in those dope as fuck clubs. And I was thinking, how dope would it be right now if Steve was fucking there and, Billy T, and then we're spinning in that ETH dome, but then on the dome is projected the party in Decentraland. And that's all I could think about was like, this could have been the most incredible experience from what we do best, which is throw dope ass fucking parties. Um, and I really did. And again, that experience was probably one of the most amazing things that I've ever got to be a part of. I don't know that something like that will happen again for me, but I could see it happening for the people who make this place so special. And since you could project literally into the whole dome, it would have been so friggin' cool to see the different people throwing parties and then the different people walking in the dome that were also live in Decentraland. I think there's so many
Not
ways
only
we
that,
could
Mike,
grow.
but you could also project ETH Denver into Decentraland. I believe it was Fractilians that had something to do with this in the past. But for the first ETH Denver that I went to in 2023 or 2024, I can't remember, but they recreated the Biddle floor, and I believe it was 2023 because the Biddle floor was in a different area. It wasn't at the Sports Castle. It was in Rhino across the street from the
Yeah,
Vibe
I
Hotel,
know exactly
and they
where you're talking about.
recreated that entire Biddle floor, an exact replica within Decentraland. I was amazed that when I walked into the virtual space, it looked exactly like the real life space, even with the little rooms to the side. I was like, how did you guys do this? This is incredible. And it'd be incredible to like walk in to the Biddle floor in Decentraland and to have kind of like I don't know, like a live representation of it where even these builders could be in both worlds at the same time. It'd be really, the possibilities are endless.
Big
Yeah,
facts.
that makes me think like, I mean, that there's a huge opportunity. Like, what if ETH Denver was like the physical, not home of Decentraland, but like it it definitely could be something like a, I don't know, like more of a meeting place and more just, if we just organically got people who want to show up. Like it was fun with just, the I don't know, were there 15 of us at I know there was 18 of us actually, because they had to move our they had to move our reservation because there were more people that came. But like, yeah, I think you're onto something there. And just uh it was fun to experience it for the first time, not knowing what it was going to be like, and not having really much to compare it to. The only crypto conference I've been to is the Neo blockchain in like 2018, which was like what, Chinese Ethereum, like very much different. And so to compare it to that, it's like this one was way more fun. Like not quite.
Yeah, and Decentraland fam is always deep. I've for the last 3 years that I've been, I've always run into Decentraland fam. And you know who I ran into this year? ETH Couple. ETH Couple was there. I just like, it was so funny because I was just walking by and then I looked and we locked eyes, like right? We looked at each other in the face and then I just kept walking and then I just stopped. and like turned around and did like a 180. And when I turned around and like looked at his face again, he looked at, he's like, "It's you!" Oh. And then we just like hugged, and he gave me chocolates, and like that's just the kind of vibe that you'll find. You always find some Decentraland people there, always.
Oh, his chocolates were awesome. I finally ate mine like 2 months ago because I saved it because it was swag and it looked cool inside. Ah, that's cool. Too bad that we didn't connect. Man, that's a bummer. They didn't. Yeah, that we didn't. I don't know if they didn't know that there was a Decentraland like little. I wouldn't call it a side event. It was a dinner, but that's cool. That's cool. Like we definitely should do something. Yeah. So we did go, like I kind of briefly mentioned. We I went with Mariana and a friend to the Sandbox side event, which was interesting. Like I, Mariana, yeah. That girl. Definitely was like hiding my tattoo. Like, should we be here? Should we be here? But it was really cool, and we got to meet Sebastian, the founder, or the founder of Sandbox, um, and had a really awesome conversation with him. And like he was totally happy that, or I mean, seemed like it that we were there, and we talked a little bit about like choices that he made with the Sandbox avatars. You know, they're just a little bit different than they're very different than the Decentraland avatars, but um, it was a good event. It would have been cool to have that kind of event and see how many people come by the Decentraland if we did something like that. Okay, I'll stop there.
Long live Eve
I have
Dome.
to jump off. I'm in the middle of doing this homework, so I gotta jump off. Thank you so much for asking me to speak, and I love you guys, and I wish everybody well.
You are so damn amazing, Cheddar. You fill so many people's hearts with joy, and you definitely filled mine. Cup is full.
Take care, Cheddar.
Bye, Cheddar. Good luck on your homework.
I guess one thing I did want to cover very briefly, like basically like just to get a sentiment on like I in the DAO there's these two proposals to add catalyst nodes to domain decentraland.org to the Catalyst network. I don't know what that means exactly. I mean, to my understanding, in the past, and this was in the past, more catalysts means better because Decentraland has more servers to run off of. But
I don't.
but with this one, it looks sketchy. Like I don't know.
Yeah, if you look at the description, I'm not voting for anything that doesn't have a description. That if you want a test node, do it. But no, no, this doesn't look good.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think I've had in the past. There's been like a profile that's just like test, 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 another dumb name. I think that is a bug hunter trying to like break things. Because I asked HP about it once, and he was like very frustratingly like, he's like, I'm trying to get the foundation to make it to say they won't award anyone a bug bounty if they tested it in production, because like you'll see them just spam governance proposals for whatever reason. I'm not sure what they're trying to test, but I think that is just someone trying to win a bug bounty based on the fact that the description is test, 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 which was a similar thing to previous examples when I was like, HP, what the f is this? This is ridiculous.
Okay,
But the
then I'm
foundation
gonna
apparently
vote
won't.
no. I'm gonna vote no and say not enough information.
Yeah, that seems like a good vote no until HP tells you like, no, this is a good idea, because he's the only person I know that I would trust to speak to node things.
Man, those land barons are sure particular.
Yeah,
Well,
Connecticut could be
yes.
hard.
How many parcels do you need before you become a land baron? I think like where does the landlord turn into the land baron?
I hear rumors it's getting close.
How many parcels are too many parcels?
It depends. Are we in a bull run or a bear run? Because you know what? There's it.
However many DG sold to Jason X, that's too many. But mostly just because I'm really upset that he owns some portions of buildings that were dear to my heart that will someday no longer be in existence.
I think he's one of my neighbors. Hello, neighbors.
He is many people's neighbors, but don't worry, he's trying to sell it.
Ooh, maybe I'll become a land baron too.
Yeah, the issue is like, do you really want to give them money then?
I mean, I just want a bigger house.
Understandable.
Well, he has some exquisite beachside property that is still about, 15 parcels away from the beach, but small details. But if you'd like some beachside property, he will sell it to you at an exorbitant markup under the guise of beachfront property will be super popular in the metaverse. I suspect he's never really hung out at the Cove and realized that you can actually just make your own beachfront property anywhere.
I mean, not everyone can make their own beachfront property.
Yeah, okay. I mean, but technically, technically we could if we, didn't have mush for brains and just no ability to use Blender or code. But Rustan might do it for us if we asked real nice. He wouldn't because he's
I
an
think
independent
I think
man.
the answer is going to be no on that. I think I'm just going to answer for him. Say
Yeah,
no.
Rustan will spend 8 hours walking you through how to make it yourself before he spends 8 minutes making it for you. That is a fact.
Or
Such
taking
dad
your money.
energy. Yeah, yeah. Also that part. I've also tried to pay Rustan to let me have a pair of his sweet leather pants, but in a color he hadn't made yet, and which honestly, that is 4 minutes worth of work. He's like, "What? You want my purple? You want my pink pants, but purple? Done." Nope. He said, "Fuck off. Get out of here." Only I sell the fattest hogs in Decentraland. That's what he said.
I have to say, Jared, your battle with Toxic for the Bit Beast lovin' for tonight has been absolutely freaking fantastic. Then Hugh Pal got in the mix. Hugh Pal might have smashed you both, but you guys have been putting on a show on the damn timeline. Toxic, Jared, brilliant work.
I'm sorry. Were Hugh Pow's hairy legs were exposed in his
I mean,
submission?
that's part
I
of his
refuse.
vibe.
Listen, I respect Hugh Pow as an auteur, as an artist, I refuse for anyone to tell me that isn't still kind of gross. I mean, it's icky. I respect it because, like, if you can come to the metaverse and be anything, sure, being a hairy-legged dude in your underwear is an option, and you should be
Listen,
allowed to do whatever you want.
French
But it's
70s
horrifying.
culture, man. French 70s culture is a thing. It's still hot. And I don't have a lot of hair as a person. I might actually ask for a commission of hairy legs.
Listen,
I
I
think
am.
it
I don't know what
exists.
generation. I know what generation you guys are part of, but I am part of the generation that it made pubic lice go extinct. We do not want excess body hair in real life or in the metaverse. And by we, I speak proudly for all millennials who feel the same way. But if you do want hair, that's your choice, I guess.
I mean, there's a
Do you
reason
remember
I
the
have a
lovely?
mustache. That's all I got to say.
Do you remember the lovely wearable? And I won't say who made it, but it was beautiful in the thumbnail. And then once you made a comment about it, like I couldn't unsee it, and I think nobody ever wore it again. It was like, oh no.
What did I say about what wearable?
Oh, it was just a really cute wearable, but on the
What did it look
thumbnail,
like?
but on
What
the
did I?
avatar, it just looked very, very different. It was a oh, I can't remember. I sent it to an alt. I can't find it.
Oh, Jesus! Like I evicted it from my life. Is how bad it got.
I think it just like once you pointed it out, everybody was like, "Oh shit, yeah, yeah." Now we see it. We can't unsee it. I've never seen somebody wear it since. So, congrats.
Okay, but you're being really, really vague, and I'm usually pretty good at being like, "Oh yeah, that thing that looked like a Was it? I assume it was phallic in nature, or was it the opposite of phallic in nature?
No, it was for ladies, and it was
Oh, is it the
beautiful.
one with crazy camel toe?
No, no, not. There's plenty
Hmm.
of camel toe, but this one was just like nice 70s, full grown,
Oh,
full grown foliage. But it didn't. It wasn't supposed to be. But once you put it on, you were like, "Whoa, okay."
I think I know. I think
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
know
don't want to say
what.
the name. They're not active in Decentraland,
Listen,
but
in
there's nice.
fairness, I have a camel on my toe. I really do. Anyway, on that note, I will see you all later to dance my ass off with Canessa one way or another. Hope to see you all there, and let's go build the future together. I mean, are you not feeling bullish right now? I am fucking bullish.
what time is the Mardi Gras? I'm excited that I didn't have to work super late today, so I get to go.
Let's see, 4 o'clock Pacific time, so 5, 6, 7 o'clock
Oh, okay.
Eastern time,
Sweet.
and that's when it kicks off. I'll be doing like an original set with like, uh, as I said earlier, yeah, people liked bringing back the greatest hits from the Depression era.
What?
But yeah, I'll be
Oh,
playing on a 1951 Victrola record player, and then it's like jazz and blues on original vinyl from I think the oldest I've got is like 1931, and then
oh, so this
1930s, 1940s, few from the 50s.
so this is a steampunk DJ set, is what's
No, no,
happening.
no, no. Steampunk would be like, I mean, kind of. No, no, I'm
Because
not
like
breaking
vitriol,
it.
I feel like the vitriola has like I picture like that really big, over the top, like
No,
horny
no,
looking.
no, 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 no. This thing fits in a
Okay.
suitcase. You want me
Oh,
to
okay.
break out the Edison 1906 gramophone, and you guys know we're not there yet. I know that thing is beautiful. It plays cylinders. This is only 80 years old. That one is
Oh,
130 years old. So, or I
got
gotta
it. Okay.
no, no, no. I'll break that one out for something special because those things like you. I don't think most people respect the Edison tube phonograph. Like, but I could go into the. I think I'm the only one here that wants to sit and talk about how amazing that those tubes are. They're cylinders. They're cylinders and they're made of wax. So like if you put it in your attic 120 years ago, the thing probably melted, or they can mold, and they play like, yeah, it's a cylinder. And so I'm on a quest to own them all. For $200, I could have somebody like mint me like Britney Spears on a Edison tube cylinder,
Is
and
you
I
gonna
kind
say
of want to.
mint you, Britney Spears on this?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's like they like mold it. I kind of want to be that person someday, but it's a vibe. So eventually, that one though, like the thing you're talking about, the flume, it's so big. It's so fucking big, and it's like such a pain in the ass to store it. Um, so we'll get there. We'll work up to it. But today I'm just gonna. Hopefully it's gonna work out. I'm gonna be playing like kind of the birth of jazz or like the early stuff, and yeah, and then I think Crypto Minotaur, and then into Make. So hopefully everything works well. Bring your best Mardi Gras fits, and super excited to show you the build. There's a few people that have to show up. Let me tell you who has to show up. If you don't, we're
You'll
gonna
be
have
sad.
problems. Um, Sin has to show up. Master Waynes has to show up. Old guy, is old guy still here? Old
Old
guy's
guy, you got to show up too.
old guy. You got to show up. Mary Shark, you got to show up. Jim Cedric, are you still in the house? Jim, I'm expecting you to be there. Liz has to show up, and I think that's it. And I did something horribly funny and horrible.
What I'm hearing is that Mary Shark won the Mardi Gras outfit contest.
No, no, this has nothing to do with that. This is just me just having fun, and I can't wait to. I hope everything works. Oh my god, you're gonna watch me crash out if it doesn't. I'm just you know,
Live
like I was almost
live
there.
stream of Canessa actually rage quitting Decentraland is what you're saying if this doesn't go down.
I think that's where I was like with Rustan on Thursday. I was like, I don't even know, but it was like, how can I deploy if I can't deploy? And like, I sent Kazi a lot of screenshots of
Is that
empirical
how you
evidence.
say it?
Kazi?
Yeah, Kai, K's Kazi no Kai.
Kazi no Kai. I don't know Kazi.
Oh, I say K's no K. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it doesn't sound right the way I'm saying it.
I don't know. I don't know. I hope you guys have a lot of fun at this build. I have never been so happy. I'm like, it was a build that I made just, I don't know, because it was like a cool idea, and I started it after Christmas, and I was just like this would be so fun. And I have a deep understanding of New Orleans Square based on my time at Disneyland. So it's
All right. So this is New Orleans as created by Canessa, as interpreted by Disney.
yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. So like I am uncultured and but anyway, I wanted to capture the vibe of New Orleans at Disneyland, basically. So
Sounds very fun.
yeah, I mean, it's fun for me. There's something that I did not even mean to create, and it happened, and I don't know how it happened. Like, I literally, there's a collider that did not work as it's supposed to, and it's freaking amazing. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like laughing last night. Like, yeah. So enjoy, but don't fall asleep at my fucking party because I'm going to get you.
I will
You'll
schedule my sickly naps around the event.
don't do it. Don't do it.
That was very, very threatening, and I kind of like threatening Canessa. That's
Yeah,
the vibe I'm
go
prepared for.
AFK. You're gonna get swept away. Boom.
You know, like okay, like I know like with colliders they could push avatars like to the side and stuff like that, but like we like wouldn't it be cool if we can get a collider to yeet someone
Oh,
like
honey, where are you in 6 hours from now?
okay, then I'll be doing that on purpose then. I wouldn't even need to nap. Like
Just know that it is not something I did on purpose. It just happened this way, and I'm like, oh shit. Like these are happy accidents. So, but I didn't actually do it on purpose. But it's life's never gonna be the same. Parties are never.
I feel like Bob Ross's happy little accidents were a little less violent than what you've got me feeling might
Yeah,
be awaiting for
yeah.
this.
I know. Well, I hope nobody takes offense. But we're gonna know if you, yeah, okay. If it works, if it works. Oh my God, if it works. So I should probably end the space so that I can go like tweak and fine tune um, all the little fine tuny stuff. I do want to shout out Miguel. Miguel is here. Brother, it is so cool to see you in World. We've missed you.
Yeah, I saw Miguel in World. Toxic Waifu hadn't met Miguel until last week, which is just crazy that the like 2022 and 2023, innovators hadn't met our class of 2020. Not that I think Toxic was here before 2024, but I feel she really stepped up in 2024 to take a main character role in Decentraland. So it blew my mind that they hadn't met each other yet because they're both like staples of Decentraland in my mind. Even though Miguel's out there growing and learning how to build another metaverses, he will always be a DCLOG to me.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you know, people can build everywhere. People should build everywhere. I think building in different places makes you a better builder, and not everybody's going to find home in the same place. Like it's. I know I'll never want to go to a place that's got like boxy avatars, but like so other places that are really good for gaming, but they've got like pixelated avatars. Like that's good. Like other people, they want more of a gamified aspect, so they're gonna go there because fashion is an important. Like I don't know. I don't think we have to be um, metaverse agnostic. We can be a poly metaverse. Like it's okay to have an open relationship with
Whoa.
metaverse.
I think
Yep.
that actually goes against my Meta Knight heritage. I'm not sure I'm allowed to have any poly anything. Sadly, they were very uptight, those Meta Knights. But I agree with you. I do agree with you what you're saying, though. Yeah, absolutely. The the space is way too small to not be excited about when anyone does anything cool. I just wish they would all let me wear my clothes. That's really all I want, is to be able to wear let me wear my DCL jacket in your metaverse. I don't care if it looks like a box full of squares.
Well, I think the future, I mean, we don't know what new platforms are going to come out in the future, and all I know is like we got to either stay relevant or keep pushing the boundaries if we're going to compete with like what comes out in 2030, you know. But I don't know. I'm gonna go where the cool people are, I guess. So far the coolest people are here.
Yeah, Hyperfy is all nerds right now. They're just too busy building and coding and open source. I'm so like, if you're excited by the words open source GitHub repository, then that is currently the spot for you. But in like a year from now, I think that's going to be a pretty fun place to check out. But right now, you really got to get excited by the words open source to GitHub repository.
Well, I think we got some good ideas today. I think next year, I don't know if like sponsoring something at Eat Denver, like if that has to be official through Decentraland, or like maybe it's a community takeover and we just like go rogue. Like I have a friend that for steampunk made a tea. Well, it's like a backpack that has tea that she serves out of like a gas nozzle, and then you get to choose all the different kind of teas. It's actually for like tea dueling, which is illegal to street duel with your tea. But okay, imagine that, like a coffee backpack that's like all steampunked, like mechanized, and just roam around and like give people coffee with like Decentraland cups. I mean, until they spill the coffee on their keyboard and then they're like, fuck Decentraland. But like, I think there's some possibilities there. So we had some good ideas today, I think.
I think that what they should do is everyone should dress up like one of like either the male or female base avatar. Like there's that the green sweater, like the goatee guy, and then there's the like I can't quite I picture the female version, but there's the like the ones that are in the like when you look at the male female in the backpack. I feel like that's everyone should just dress. All the dudes dress up like him. All the ladies dress up, or whichever one you want. I'm not, I ain't here to put you in a box, but everyone just dresses up and tries. I feel like that could, I don't know. And as I'm saying it out loud, I don't like the idea as much. I feel like it could work, but I feel like there's a better idea too that exists out there.
Wait, to dress up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like to every like all the like everyone dress up like the green sweater, khaki pants dude. All the guys and all the ladies dress up like the like orange. I feel like it's an orange sweatshirt. I don't know. I'm in the Decentraland Creator Hub, so I can't look at the inventory right now.
Yeah. I think like dressing up crazy in public it's like so scary the first time you do it, but once you do it with a group of people, it's like it's insane. I think everybody should cosplay around normies at least once in their life, because it's like the biggest rush, and then the bigger the like the bigger the rush, the more exciting it is when you find your people. And so like if we went to like Eat Denver and we all freaking cosplayed like the Decentraland default granny sweater or something, I think as long as you're with your group, it's fine. Like you just, I don't know, like it's almost like a drug, I would say, in some ways. Like it's pretty cool.
Oh,
Try
okay.
not.
So Father Finn can't come with us and do it. Then what you're saying?
Yeah. I'll also bring some ibuprofen and introduce him to the world of drugs slowly. Be like, Finn, your pain's gonna be alleviated for 6 to 8 hours, and you know, oh, that poor guy. No, I definitely feel like I need to supervise his, uh, or just don't. He just doesn't need to dabble. Just stay pure. Stay pure, my friend.
Yeah, no, it's Father Finn is an angel, and he needs to stay that way. Damn it.
I learned how to drink and stuff in Alaska, and that's like not the place that you should be learning how to like. How much can the body take?
We
No,
need to ship that man to Alaska.
no,
To
no, no,
learn
no,
some,
no. I will
grow
stand
some
in front of
chest
the
hair.
ferry. No, God, no, 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 no. That man, we need to keep him in like. Where's the most pure state in the country? Like,
You're
Uh,
like, are we gonna put him with the Mormons in Pennsylvania or something?
the Mormons are in Utah.
yeah, I think Utah.
Oh,
The Amish
Amish.
are in
Yes,
Pennsylvania.
you're right. You're right. I got him confused.
However, there's also this part of me that's like, what? How? Oh, like we could have fun. We could have fun. We could just pay some beautiful people to escort to like Father Finn. And have you guys heard about the bodyguards you can rent? I was gonna rent some bodyguards for Mariana and I, like Uber bodyguards. They only do it in LA and New York, so we couldn't do it in Denver. But I seriously like if if I ever make it big in crypto, you're gonna know because I'm gonna
The
pick Mariana up
bodyguards.
in like the Uber with like 5 bodyguarded people. Like, can you imagine what if we showed up to a party in East Denver with like bodyguards? They'd be like, who is that person in the Decentraland t-shirt that looks like she should be at soccer practice? She must be special.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
support
I'm
this
sure that would
idea
turn
heavily.
heads.
Or who wants to just cosplay as a bodyguard?
I feel like that's you're asking for trouble. I feel like once you start cosplaying as a bodyguard, you Brandon Manis is the only I feel like he'd be able to handle it. I am not the correct person to be cosplaying as a bodyguard. That is not good for anyone's safety, particularly mine.
Okay, the security at the Pudgy Penguin party was insane. I was like, what? Who is at this party? I mean, other than the fact that it was like sponsored by MetaMask and we met the founder of Open Ledger, so probably like really big people, but the security was no joke. They were like, Pudgies are not fucking around.
I'm willing to believe that. Like their floor is real high. I feel like if it's a room full of people with 6-figure, I don't know what the floor is of putties these days, but even if it's still high 10 figures, I feel like that is inviting bad actors to come and do shady shit. So I fully support if your NFT floor is double digit ETH values, you should invest in security.
So what I hear you saying is at the Decentraland event next year, we should either pay or just have you guys dress up like bodyguards and stand all around. And they'll be like, what the fuck? Like, I thought Decentraland had like 38 users, but apparently, like, there's something going on we don't know. We should go buy land and we should go up that floor price. We should just get a bunch
I
of paid actors. Like,
I like this, like the psychological warfare. Like
oh,
that's
yeah.
that. There we go. That's the other. Instead of dressing up as DCL related things, just get the DAO to finance a bunch of just high end, Gucci and Louis Vuitton store trips. So that they're like, oh, like the DCL crowd is they're doing well. We are obviously missing out because even that guy's got a Louis Vuitton.
Jared,
In that scenario, I would say that
I
guy.
have a sewing machine and some polymer clay and some spray paint, metallic spray paint. I could probably replicate, like not really well, but like at first glance, I could make us all like Louis Vuitton outfits.
I mean, I'm prepared to. I'm prepared. Listen, if you think I wouldn't rock a Canessa made Louis Vuitton outfit, you are mistaken.
Okay,
Yes, please.
good.
Yes, please.
Because they're gonna be like, shit, that hasn't even hit the runway. Oh my gosh, that guy has like a pantsuit that looks so like it's so out there that it must be couture. And then yeah, eventually we're gonna be found out. They're gonna be like, you guys are from Decentraland and you're making your own clothes. Like you guys really need to touch grass.
No, there's
I don't know.
nothing more metaverse appropriate than us making our own. That's what Decentraland's all about, is making wearables.
I mean, we could make a paper mache mask and like, oh, yeah, with the creativity here, like it trumps actual name brand apparel. But yeah. Anyway, the VIP. I think we should get the VIP seats at the rave next year because every time somebody would order a shot, a group of like 6 really beautiful women in high heels with like bubble guns would come out and deliver the shots. So I'm like, I'd buy that. Like I'd buy shots, ladies. So I don't know if that's how it works, but it must have been some like swanky shot.
None of those women know what a seed phrase is. We're living a lie here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we need to vet these beautiful women that bring out the shots. Like they gotta at least have a MetaMask wallet.
I think they just work at the nightclub, guys. I
Yeah.
think they're just at their Friday night gig.
I only want to be served shots by women who can explain to me why the triangle limitation in the builder is, holding us back. I want a diverse set of interests.
Maybe I want to tip her in mana, so she needs that MetaMask wallet.
They were giving away, or they were letting you sign up for the MetaMask credit card when we were buying ice cream. The ice cream was $1.08. So
That's a deal.
yeah, it
That
was a deal. Or you could like sign up for their credit card. So I'm like, I
Well,
don't.
what was it, a credit? Because I've seen images of this. I was under the impression it was more like a debit card, though, right?
I don't know. The guy was gonna come back and talk to me, and then I was like, I wasn't like ready to sign up for a card tonight and KYC and everything. Like, I'll just buy the ice cream, young
Yeah.
friend. Thank you. So I don't know, but
Because the impression I had gathered was that from our friend Michael K, his tweets about it, I got the impression is that that's like a debit card where you can actively spend the funds in your, MetaMask wallet. I don't know. I haven't pieced together whether or not it just takes your, USDC, or if it'll just be like, okay, we're selling some of your ETH because you wanted to buy gas. But that was and also I could have just imagined this, and it is in fact just a boring ass credit card. But it would blow my mind if he was tweeting about like it was something special, if it was just a credit card. It
yeah,
seems,
I don't know, and
pretty
that's why I was
reasonable.
like, I don't want to sign up for it. Like, I really like due diligence. Like I'm at a party. I probably just should have like do some research before I just sign up for it. Like randomly put shit on my phone, my mobile wallet. So yeah, TBD, I guess. All right, friends. I should wrap this up so that I have success later. But big so this week, um let's see, Toxic and I have been talking about setting up a time. I hope it's okay. Toxic, I see she is AFK. We're setting up a time to have the community chat with the DAO council so that if people have, I'm not sure exactly the format, but questions, just hear from us. And I think you've heard from me enough. You know where I am every week. I'm here, but there's other council members that we did not get to hear from in the initial, like the interviews that Toxic kindly hosted a few weeks ago. So really want to have an opportunity to let people chat. And then also there's a DAO town hall on Thursdays. So please come to those. I think the meeting on Tuesday is going to be bright and early, at least for me. It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
And then
it's 9 a.m. East Coast? No shit.
yeah, it like we got time zones: Singapore, U.S., Argentina, and then Toxic in Europe. So it is not fun to try to host global meetings that works at like every hemisphere. Um, and then the DAO town hall on Thursday should be a little bit later, so not quite as early. But the council will be at that as well. So please tune into those this week. Stay tuned for more details. I'm not sure if the DAO town hall will be advertised much, but it is out there. So spread the word, I guess.
I'm currently trying to make a parkour using all the voxel packs. but I forgot that I'm really bad at parkour. So testing my own parkour has proven to be quite quite terrible. But I want to make Gene Simmons proud.
Nice, nice. Okay, I see friends down in the audience. Fancy, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I guess with that we'll probably wrap it up. Um, Sin, hope you feel better. Go rest for a few hours.
Yep, I'm going straight to bed from here. And yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Monday Beyond the NFT, we have Mr. Cat from Mr. Cat, he is the original artist of A Kid Called Beast and has been recently getting out there and building his own projects, so should be exciting to have a chat with him and see what he's been up to.
Okay, so not the cat house guy, because for a second
Yeah.
I thought you were
No,
saying that. I
no,
was like, wait,
no.
Everybody's
It's
been confused.
Mr. Cat with a K.
got it. Okay, that's
You should
fine.
intro that instead of saying Mr. Cat. You should say the artist of A Kid Called Beast, known as Mr. Cat, because everybody's like, "Wait, you're having Mr. Cat House on your show? How's that gonna go?" But I do think that Mr. Cat House is having a Catterday event every from now on. Like it'll be Catterdays, Catterdays.
And I can say I did end up going because I saw Rusan was there, and it was much less horrifically grotesque and vulgar than I'd feared. We just Rustan danced for us. There was one video that was playing, but the person remained, as far as I could tell, unless it just happened to reset every time I turned around, remained clothed, though they were pole dancing in what appeared to just be a sad, empty room in an apartment. But otherwise, there was nothing else. So, I don't know. Cat house. I've only ever heard the cat house described to me before I went to it last Saturday, and it has only ever been described as kind of the saddest, trashiest, most horror. Like people have like shown up at other sets being like, "Guys, I've seen things at the cat house," and like they seem just genuinely traumatized. So I was expecting like just the most horrific adult entertainment, and it wasn't quite as bad as my imagination had crafted it. So if you want to go watch, throw some dollars at Rustan. I'd say hit up Catterdays. But
Do they have like no, I don't even want to ask. I was like, do they have like ladies' night? But I don't know if I'm ready for ladies' night at Catterdays. I think I should just
someone there, I think, had suggested that because I think Rustan might have suggested that because like I think that's Decentraland's a pretty like I understand there aren't that many women in Web3 as people will often complain, but I feel like Decentraland has a pretty good and fair balance, or at least like a higher density than the rest of Web3. So if there was anywhere in Web3 that there should be some Chippendales dancers mixed in, I feel like that makes perfect sense.
I was years ago thinking like I should start start a strip club and everybody would be so excited. But then like when it opens, be like, oh, it's only male dancers. Like I never said female dancers, but I have so many things to do, so many ideas. Never see them out to fruition. So yeah. We'll just have Rustan dance for us in his pain.
He was having fun. He was having a great old time.
Hey, no, there's no. Yep, everybody should just have as much fun as they can. All right, guys. Hupa says male dancers. Yeah, Hupa, why not?
So
was here earlier
Canessa,
when I was roasting his hairy legs, right?
Yes.
before you close, since you're gonna be tweaking the build, should I just shut off the stream, not play any music after this, or should I still?
Yeah, probably. I will probably not test right away. I'll mess with the stuff on the back end before I test. Yeah. So
So
yeah,
yes,
now is
music
when we
or no music?
probably no music. Just let people filter out accordingly. Is there? Let's see, other events going on today. I know ABC's is in. It's a little bit earlier today. I believe 2:00 PST, so an hour earlier than normal. And then Meta Tribe Plaza is kind enough to do a field trip to the Mardi Gras build tonight. Um, And so normally Crypto Minotaur is playing there, but he's over with us tonight. And yeah, I think that's a Saturday for us.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for being here, everyone. Have a great week. We'll be back here next week.
And don't forget, you guys, there's still a contest for the Bit Beast. Post your best Mardi Gras outfit. There's beads in the marketplace. Go support our good old friend Manowitch with those. And if you don't have them, I'll send them to you. I got a bunch. And then tonight, there's also going to be a giveaway from Flawless Medalist, who has her project Chain Dolls that was on Beyond the NFT this last week, and she has 3 dolls to give away at the party. So yeah, please see you there. Again, Old Guy, Jim, Mary Shark, Master Wayne's, Sin. I will be, you guys will be getting a demerit if you're not there.
I'm just happy to be included.
Yeah. I mean, I tried. I would have done more, but freaking materials and textures and stuff. So, all right. Have a good day, y'all. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.